السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي أشدد به أزري وأشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. Welcome everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, we will continue to study the section Fatiha, the first surah of the Quran, first section of the Quran. We studied Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim as the first verse of the Fatiha. And then we are going to study Ismail. What do you mean by Ism? Bi Ismi Allah. So what do you mean by in the name of God? What is name? We discussed this, and we studied some verses related to this explanation of what names mean, really. So we went over these verses that you see on the screen. So we studied them. So I'm not going to take your time on them. And we asked our friends if they want to, if they want to give feedback about our classes, they can just this barcode take in. Very simple, 5 questions, very simple. Do you like it? Or what do you prefer? Simple questions to answer. Just we want to know what the expectations of our friends are. So it may be useful, and also if you want to see and read the summary of the discussions, we said here is the code if anybody wants now or at the end of the class. I can share the slides and you can just take a picture of it. And also we have our site, Islam from Within site, and there are maybe 1,000 videos, recordings of previous discussions, and we can get this, our other discussions as well if you want to know on Sunday and on Mondays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. So now, since we said names of the Creator, which means the qualities of the Creator manifested in the world, so through the manifested qualities of the Creator, we should understand that the one who is the owner of these qualities in the creation, so we should mean this. We shouldn't have an imaginary understanding of God. So we said, the one who created this with this quality, perfect creation, beautifully designed, purposefully designed, wisely created, knowingly created, absolute power manifested there, and the the way it is giving shapes and continuously created or continuously changed, and how all these things in the universe happening at the same time. We all said, whatever we see in this world, whatever the students and everybody studies in any institution about the creation, about human behavior, they are all related to the action of God, created by God, and they may not refer it. The people are free. They may say it is just natural laws are functioning, but we know that everything is tightly connected, integrated with each other, and nothing can act independently. But unfortunately, some people, not all of them, studying sciences or how the universe is functioning, but they say it functions itself. We know that there is a source of existence, the creator. So interpretations aside, but whatever the studies of this universe, all the documents, all the data we learn, we can use it in order to understand who created them and which kind of qualities manifested in their creation. So I say, whatever the science you study, even the social sciences, all the principles, all the equations we see refer to nothing, nowhere but perfect, coherent uh, order of the universe. So we say, who created me? The one who created the whole universe, put me in complete integration with the rest of the universe. We covered this in general, and if somebody recognizes the quality manifested in the creation of anything, so if he understands, and I mean everybody understands it, so Qur'an's verses, refer to it. If you really are sincere in your rejection, it means really what the Quran introduces, who God is, does not make sense at all. No, no, no. Quran says, are you really sure? Are you really sure that you are not being obstinate? You don't want to accept and declare the reality, and especially a man, a person, an ordinary man like you and me, especially in the case of the prophet, he is just ordinary man. Ordinary, even not ordinary, really below status in this society. Poor, orphan, not a famous poet, has no power to say anything in the society, coming from an interesting shepherd profession background. Am I going to follow him? Oh, man. Nowadays, what they say, 14 something hundred years ago, somebody said something in a desert area, this among the Bedouins. Am I going to follow a Bedouin? Come on, and I am an educated man. But the man, it is a matter of modesty, being realistic, rather than looking at the person, which kind of status it has, which kind of title it has. Pay attention to what he says. Why did you sit today at the background? So you always follow and ask questions, and so come closer, inshallah. So what he said, pay attention to it. Not the physical appearance of it. That's why Quran makes it very interesting. The main, we say shahada. main pillar of the Quran is what? Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah ve eşhedü enne Muhammeden no abduhu ve rasul. That is what Muslim community misses the importance of abduhu. Now we have to be very careful. First, we have to recognize that Muhammad or any prophet is a man like you and me. It's a person like you and me. But honest man, that is quality. But as far as his body is concerned, nothing from yours. Mine. Understood? So that is up to. It means as a human being, he is like you and me, an abd. Are you an abd? Yeah, Muhammad was an abd as well, equal. But his acknowledgement, recognition of being an abd may be deeper, more sincere. But as an abd, everybody is an abd. Like the richest man or the most knowledgeable man in America, right? Is he a citizen? So am I. Being a citizen, equal, but he is very, very knowledgeable man. I am an ignorant man. That is my quality, that's his quality. But status-wise, we are equal in the eye of the law. Got it? Being an abd, he has to believe in God. He has to believe in the hereafter. Strangely enough, he has to believe that he is a prophet employed by God. So no, what he has to believe. He's already experiencing. As an abd, he has to confirm. Be careful. He has to confirm that what I received from an angel, but the angel comes to me. Do you see angels? Now, what received, he said, that is really true. I confirm it as an abd. So receives it, delivers it as a messenger. Do you see the difference? Now, that is why it is important that we should take an example from his being an abd. Why do you torture yourself? You torture yourself, go this with the middle, like this. I don't know why. Don't torture. When you torture yourself like this from behind, I feel tired. Come on, that's called empathy. Yeah. So you understand. Yeah. After receiving and confirming that it is what God is speaking to me. Did he see God? Did he see God? Believed in him. You understand? That's why آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون. Now, كل آمن رسول and other believers. آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله. It means, like everybody else, the prophet believed in God, confirmed, and his angels, like you and me. Did you see angel? No. Did prophet see angel? There is one narration, but it is in the form of an appearance of a man, not as an angel. Appearance of a person. So after that, I think he is the angel. This is what I'm appearing to be. But this is one in Hadith narration. And in his life, others said, angel delivered the message to me. I saw him. He saw some no. Angels, by definition, not doesn't have any material substance in their being. If there is something, if a thing doesn't have a material substance, cannot be seen with this eye, sees only material substance. So we have to be very careful when we claim something, yeah, not imaginary. It is a belief as a result of our conviction and conclusion. Uh, I say something here you may not hear, and strange, it seems to be strange to you, but I always try to share my own experiences. Belief in God is not imagination, just certainty is a result of, based on evidence, confirming it. But is it based on evidence, confirming it? It's not difficult. Unfortunately, methodologically, we are not aware of it. Now, for example, if you see something, no, no, for example, this bottle is, our friend is drinking water out of it. So, but do you believe this bottle made by a conscious being, designed by a conscious being? How do you believe that? Did you see him? Are you sure that it is really made by a conscious being? You are not sure? No, it happened to be a bottle by itself. There must be a designer, yeah, an engineer, a producer, so that this is possible to exist as I see it. That is belief. Do you have any doubt about it? About this belief? Certainty, isn't it? This is called yaqeen. You have a yaqeen belief, the certainty in your belief about the existence of something you didn't see, you didn't physically experience. Very simple, isn't it? That is, we experience the whole universe and conclude there must be a conscious creator. Who created the whole universe? Definitely within it, every single being directly integrated with the rest of the world. Every single being is created. Plus, every single being is continuously changed, right? Who's changing? Within the context of the whole entire universe. That is the one who created the universe. That's why we cannot describe God. Even a simple designer of a bottle, a water bottle, we cannot describe, but some sort of, in these conditions of this world, a human being, but I don't know. How old is he? He or she? Huh? Lives in, I don't know, Sri Lanka or America or Japan? I don't know. But I am absolutely sure he exists, or he or she exists. That is Iman. This is example, of course, in this world. But go now, see the universe and see that there must be a creator. Can I liken it? Can you liken the designer of the bottle to, to a part of the bottle? He or she is like this handle, like this cup. No, impossible. But you are sure you believe that there is a designer. Iman is this kind. But this kind, the example is example, yeah? Metaphors should not be taken exactly, but it's a logical way, training way of looking at something physically existing and reaching a conclusion which doesn't physically exist within the universe, but within the universe. But it really exists, right? Really exists, sure, I am sure. That is what Tawhid is easy. But if someone confuses God is, somehow reflected himself in another form in the world. That is difficult. That is their problem. Qur'an's God has no problem. Perfect belief, certainty. So I am his work. All my feelings are his work. When we realize through this evidence, how did you know that bottle has a designer? How did we know? It is a shape. This shape cannot happen by itself. And it is a purposeful design, purposefully made to function for a purpose, to fulfill a purpose. So it is obvious that what we do, we conclude, definitely there must be a conscious being. So simple. So that is why, as much important as Tawheed is in the Quran, that much simple it is to confirm it. But unfortunately, we don't go from evidence, conclude about the source of the existence of this evidence. We don't go through the universe to the creator of the universe, Rabbul Alamin, we will study. That is why we say we believe in God, it must be so. He is absolute. Why? In the Quran, it says, I am absolute, or I am infinitely powerful. Narration. Why don't you go establish your belief on confirmation, based off confirmation? We can do that. Quran says. So if we realize uh, our belief is based on the manifestations of the qualities of the creator of this universe, then I am not in connecting with the universe for the purpose of the universe itself, for the purpose of the matter itself, in order to understand the source of existence of it. That is called believing in God through his names, manifestation of his qualities. So if you go to this side of the creation, it means what the creation indicates, what the creation shows the qualities of its creator. God says, okay, I gave you this opportunity. The universe is an opportunity for us. Everything we wear, we eat, we breathe, we see is an opportunity to use as a jumping board to reach the conclusion, the source of this. It is beautiful. The one who created it made it beautiful. So beauty comes from him. God says, if you communicate with me through the manifestations of my name, I will reward you directly, the manifestation of my name, which is called paradise. Now, we have to understand, paradise is not given because you did something, as a result of your conscious confirmation of belief. But accordingly, what the belief requires is plus. Yeah, this plus. But paradise is the result of your realization of God's manifested qualities and communication with him through the universe, communicating with the creator. So when I do anything, well, for example, eating is, yeah, I eat food in order to experience the manifestation of its qualities. It is designed, it is beautiful, it is sweet, it is tasty, it is useful. It means it is creation, is wise, purposeful, because the one who manifested these qualities on it. So your mouth, your and mine, my mouth, my stomach benefit from the body because it's my body benefiting. What your human spirit connects to, it is aspect which reminds you its creator. So your mind, your heart, your spirit, your consciousness connected to the Creator, your body connected to the physical body of the substance you are benefiting from. If you have this attitude, beautiful. Quran says, okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. Now, the Sadaqallah al-Azim. Şimdi, we will read this translation and we will follow from the translation. Not everybody knows Arabic. I know, that's why our discussion is English and we try to express it in English as much as possible. So, give those who believed and do good news. Sorry. Now, please, those who believe and do good, yeah, deeds. I missed that. Good deeds. Act according to his belief. Now, missing. Sorry. Give them the news that they will have gardens, which is paradise. Yeah, Jannat, gardens graced with flowing streams. Now, this is not a description of paradise. Now, the point is here. Whenever they are given sustenance from the fruits of these gardens, paradise, whenever they are given, they will say, we have been given this before. Now, in paradise, that is the description of the Quran. In paradise, now we will see that, I remember I was in the world, experienced this kind of things, but only those who, that is important, only those who experience the aspect of the creation which reminded you the names of God manifested in it, they will be rewarded with this. Now, I am going to give you as a manifestation of my names again, but this is not exactly the same. It was, you have to work for it, you have to do something, wait. No, directly, as soon as you desire, I will give it to you. That's how the Quran describes paradise. But only those who connected the things to God will be treated in this way. But whatever is, for example, we are eating something. So those people who connected the things to itself, not to the Creator, and they will say, okay, God says, I'm going to tell them, okay, you said that, for example, let's say, what would you like to eat today? A fruit, tell me? Apple. Apple pie. So you ate apple and said that apple happened to be just, I was lucky to get it. Okay, get your apple. No names manifested because he denied the qualities of the Creator. No names. So whenever they are given sustenance from the fruits of these gardens, they will say, we have been given this before. Now, because they were provided with something like it, now they will have what's wrong with this translation? They will say, we have been given this. Now, okay. كلما رزقوا منا من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها. Not exactly the same. No? Because they were provided with something like it. Not exactly the same. something like it. But the translation, I didn't notice that. I copied it from somewhere. So they will have pure spouses and they will stay there. This point, what I want to say, if you acknowledge, for example, let me give it a simple example. We are using the computer now. Okay, I'm using it. The maker of the computer is standing behind me. Right? Because it is just a worldly example. We cannot give God knows everything what he is creating. Example, it's just an analogy. And I am using the computer. Oh, this computer is very clever. This computer happened to be. I was lucky to get it. Accidental happened, naturally happened. The engineer is behind me. And my computer is broken, which means I died. Right? Analogy, I died. Do you think this engineer will give me another computer? What do you think? Will give me another? Okay, you said the computer is just happened to be. Get another computer, happened to be. That is the reward of your attitude towards the creation. Get another. But if one says, using the computer, wonderful engineer, very hardworking man. Now, he really spent a lot of time. I really appreciate him. If only I see him, I will really say thank you very much and appreciate and shake his hand. Only if only I know the engineer, but engineer behind me. And your computer is broken. What do you expect? This engineer will do to you. Anyone? An answer? Sorry? Yeah. Look, I am here. I can give you another. So God says, I can give you another one. But since you understood that the one who created the universe must have an infinite power, infinite knowledge, infinite mercy. Why? Absolute one. The creator of the universe is limited. Do you think? If somebody has a limited quality, can be the creator of this functioning universe perfectly. Infinite, infinite, infinite. God says, okay, I will give you with my infinite qualities directly as you want now. That is why paradise is eternal. Has to be eternal. Do you understand? So knowing the name of God and communicating with the word by acknowledging, being conscious of the manifestations of the names of its qualities, whatever it is, will result in eternal paradise. It's not a simple matter, knowledge of God, knowledge of God's names in this world. It is the most essential duty I feel a human being must be aware of it. Seems to be very simple, but no, it is very, very, very important. So, in other verses, just an example, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون. Look, can they not see how among the things made by our hands? What does it mean? No? Can you imagine? And we are going to use this neat example in order to study Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now, this is just a starting point. So, mother, usually in the rural area, they need. So, for they say, now, let's say my daughter is coming from New York and she's going to be here and the weather is cold here. let me get with my get a a sock and gloves for the winter, especially for her. You came there and said, here is a pair of socks, here is a pair of gloves, here is a hat for you, for example. I made it by my hand for you. I didn't buy from manufacturer, no, especially for you. Every need I put, you were in my mind. How do you feel? Priceless, isn't it? God is saying the same thing. God is saying the same thing. All the things that you are benefiting from, I made it with my own hand for you directly. I didn't really ask somebody to help me or somebody produced and I paid the money and bought it. No, 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 no. I made it specially for you. We have to understand. So this one, among the things made by our hand, it was God's hand, yeah? By hand, not this hand, specially for you, designed for you, and for you. To you understand the beauty of these the words that the Quran uses. With my hand, there is no to argue is meaningless argument. Does God have hands? Don't be ridiculous. What are you doing? So he's saying, everything is specially made, tailored for you, not manufactured. And this is only for me that I will understand the quality is manifested in it and attributed to the creator and acknowledge the creator. And bear in mind, acknowledge doesn't mean that you are going to pay tax. No, no, no. Bear in mind, remember, and be thankful to him. Present your grace. So don't be ungrateful that denying it. That if you deny it, no, God, they say, God puts his creatures, his human beings in hell. No, 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 no. If you deny him, the example of engineer, if you deny him, he says, okay, you find yourself another computer, happened to be by yourself, accidentally developed or evolved. Okay, pilot, go ahead. Yeah. And you find yourself only without the mercy of God manifesting. If there is no merciful creation, what else? Huh? What else? That is why Quran describes we have to you have to be very delicate when you read the Quran. It's very delicate. It's not the space here to study, but God gives extra paradise. Yeah, you deserve it. Something you ate here, but it said, no, I'm going to give you eternally, infinitely, extra. And the Quran says, but what they deserve is punishment, 1-to-1. And what is the reward? 1 to infinite. 1 multiplied but infinite. Do you understand? But punishment 1-to-1. What you deserve? This is nothing more. I'm not going to give you more torture than what you did. No, no. Leave it to you as you deserve yourself. So hell, we deserve it. Why? Because we denied God's mercy, so God's mercy is not treating me. That's so simple. Because I denied it. I disconnected myself. But when you connect it, for example, here is an electricity here, right? When the administration connects the main shadow, puts on, connects to the manufacturer or the producer or power center, power, power plant. Electric comes, right? And it's extra. You don't have to produce it. Although here they charge, but God doesn't charge. No, doesn't. Do you receive any bill or uh, invoice from God? No, no, no. Free. Just connect it. Yeah, it's so simple. But if the administration says, I don't acknowledge plant, doesn't connect it, what happens? The building suffers from lack of fluid. Nothing else. Power plant says, it's your business, not mine. I did nothing to you. You disconnected yourself from me. Do you understand the logic? Hell, directly what we go, paradise, exactly what God gives. Hell is not God given. People gained. Paradise is God given. We have to understand these are beautiful realities that we are learning from the Quran. Completely logical. No way to say, no, 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 it doesn't make sense. No. But God will punish you. This language contradicts the Quranic teaching. God is angry with you. No, no. You deserved yourself. You know, God is not. You said it is, for example, you are not giving something. You say, you know, this shouldn't be. God should give me. No, you are angry with God. God says, I am creating it as you deserve, as you need, whenever you need. For example, if you do something wrong, if you are not successful in one thing, the teacher gives you what? Let's say you didn't answer any question. Yeah. Teacher gives you what? Zero. Huh? No answer. No, zero. Huh? Fair? If the teacher gave you, for instance, 70 out of 100, but with no answer, what do you say? You gave an empty test paper, but teacher said, you got 70 the grade out of 100. You say this teacher is crazy. And the people say, hey, for example, your parent will say, hey, what are you doing, teacher? Hey, what are you doing? She doesn't need to study. You are encouraging him not to study. You are an unjust teacher. It is not the teaching. It's not the way to teach. But to make you feel pleased harms you. Do you understand? So if someone says, I gave empty paper and teacher gave me zero. Teacher is angry with me. Huh? No, no, no. Teacher is being merciful to you. Just let you know that you need to study. He encourages you to study. That is a loving, merciful teacher. The one who gave you 70 out of your empty paper is an ruthless teacher, harms you. Do you understand? Makes sense? And this teacher is not merciful one. Get your mind ready. This teacher is not a merciful one. So, as far as teacher is concerned, he is being merciful. As far as you, the student, is concerned, teacher is not happy with me. He is angry with me. He gave me 0. Look at the perspective difference. So all the Quran speaks to human being according to human experience at the level of human capacity. So when he says God is angry with them, it means you should understand I made myself, I deprived myself of God's mercy. God is treating me in a just and merciful way because I need to be reminded when I did something wrong. When the people reject the prophetic messages, God says, look, I'm going to destroy you. What do you mean? What does it mean? Not God angry with me. It deserves to be destroyed because they didn't have the meaning of their life. So it's not worth living it. The result is just you will die and disappear. That's what they believed, didn't they? Okay, die and disappear. Just treatment. That is why God teaches me in the past, this kind of people happened as an example. It means you have to be careful. You have to be careful. If you deny the prophetic message, it means if you deprive yourself from the prophetic messages, you will be living a meaningless life, not worth living it. You will destroy yourself, waste your time and life. This is how the Quran must be read, as God is speaking to me from my perspective, right? Because why does God speak to me? To educate me. Why teacher gives 0 to the student who did not no job at all? And then God says, look, the teacher says, you deserve 0, huh? And the student said, oh, teacher is not happy with me. No, he's happy with you. That's why he's teaching you that you need to study. Now, we have to see that how the Quran speaks to us. Okay, inshallah, we will start, alhamdulillah, after your comment or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say that it sounds like when you unplug in this life,
From the Creator.
From the Creator, what happens is you fall into despair. Because that's just naturally will fall into despair.
Yeah, the meaning is I'm going to die and disappear.
And you've chosen.
That's your choice.
It's your choice. You've chosen this because this is what you've chosen to attribute the creation to this, to that, to whatever, but not to its actual source. And so when you die and the Creator tells you what you chose, the despair just continues. That's what it is.
Now, it just, the same thing will continue. Your spirit will be experiencing the same thing. Okay, let's go, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alam. Now, what we will see here, as the universe, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that's a simple but great importance. Do we see anything independently existing in the universe from the rest of the creation? Independently existing. Think about the importance of this. Independently existing. By itself, not connected to others. Do you exist independently? Can you just exist without connecting your atmosphere and other created things, beautiful things that you see, your eye? If there was nothing, your eye would mean nothing. You cannot see anything. So it's connected. Your eye is created according to the conditions of the outside world is created. Your ears, your tongue. If there was no food and you didn't have anything, would you know that your tongue has how do you say, a tool is so capable of acknowledging thousands of different tastes. This meat. How cool, so it's so sensitive, sensor. Your nose is at the perfect sensor. Anything else, what's that? What's that? Oh, good or bad or sensor. You are connected. You cannot isolate yourself from the rest of the world. Your mind, your imagination, your consciousness, directly connected with each other. The whole thing. Law. The one who creates the universe speaks in the same way. For example, I wore this one especially. You see that, or this, whatever you call it, sweater? No, sweater. Sweater is, in fact, just a string, but it becomes material. How? But string, connected with each other, tied up. From the beginning to the end, it became a fabric. Can I just take one of them? No, they are all connected with each other. Qur'an is like this. How to say? Each knot in the knitting is connected to its neighboring ones. And neighboring ones are connected to its neighbors. We will see, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Let's say that everybody knows Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen means all praise is due to God alone, the Lord of the whole universe, all worlds. Now, because when I say God, it means the creator of the whole universe, and the universe exists with its integrated form, cannot be separated, individually studied. Unfortunately, I mentioned this on several occasions. I will repeat it. It's so important. Materialist science, what do? They take one object. Yeah? The part of a cell. Look, it is doing this itself. Disconnected from the rest. Now, your heart cell tissue, it has this quality, that's why it's doing it. How my heart is communicating with my brain. Accordingly, it's work, yeah? And how my brain is connected to my liver. No. You know how many functions the liver has in your body? 400, they say. But this is only the ones who are discovered. Can you imagine? The ones who are not discovered and yet to be discovered, I don't know. But 400. This meat, tissue, each tissue organizes itself with functions with the rest of the body, and the rest of the body functions with the rest of the world. And they take one tissue and study and say, what this is doing this? Cheat everybody. Simple-minded people, unfortunately, who's aware of it. Now, when we say Alhamdu, praise, what are we praising? What are we praising? Now, remember Bismillah. Remember Bismillah. We are praising the ism, the name of the creator. This name, for example, the computer. Look at this, how it is functioning this way. When I do this, all these other elements are taken, only one appeared on the screen. What am I doing? The quality in that creation belongs to the one who did the whole computer, who made the whole computer. So I am praising the engineer, not the material thing here. Now, all the manifestations of the qualities in the creation of everything deserves to be appreciated because everything happens within the whole context of the universe. Elhamdu starts it. Actually, all praise, but verbally there is no all. But the praise, in English you cannot say it. The praise for every single event, for every single thing exists, for every single quality manifested in its existence. From where? From the beginning to the end of the universe. Connected to each other. So whatever you say deserves to be praised, to be praised. Why? Who is doing it? Who is doing it? Excuse me. When you use the computer, whatever you do, it functions. If it is perfectly designed, now it functions perfectly. Every key you press deserves to be appreciated as belonging to the engineer of the whole computer. Right? All praise is due to God. Now, I separated Alhamdulillah from the rest because we are going to put another note. So Allahu Rabbul Alim, another note to each other. Yeah, we will make a fabric out of it. As the universe is, the creator of the universe must speak with the same quality as he created in the universe. Do you understand? That is why Qur'an's literature value demonstrates that I belong to the one who created the universe. Because my way of speech, exactly like how the creation is taking place, must be, Qur'an, must be the speech of the one who created the universe. Why? The same nature, same quality. So, Alhamdulillah, all the manifested names that we are experiencing in the world, in this creation, belongs to the one who we call Bi-Ismi Allah. So Allah, because all the names we studied Bismillah, all the names can only belong to the one who created the whole universe. Right? That is why, Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to God only. It gives this meaning. Well, this is Arabic. Don't go there. Only to him, nothing else. Nobody else. Nothing else. I cannot attribute the existence of my tongue. Simple. The one, anyone other than the one who created my body, the one who created all kinds of food and I'm tasting. Now, my nose, the one who created everything special for its smell, connected to that. So, whoever created my nose gave the ability to communicate with the rest of the world through smell, right? So, I cannot really say that nose functioning by itself. No. Nose functioning through the way everything is created with sense of smell. So I can only say that my nose is created, not the tissues functioning there. No. My nose is created by the one who created all things which smell. Connected, acknowledged. When you make a detector, detector according to what it is going to detect. So you have to know what it's going to do. Accordingly, you will make the detector. That is nose, that is ear, that's eye. Now, we understand, Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to God. So what we did, Alhamdulillah, went back to Bismillah. Did you make the note. Now we have to stop here. And the other note will be Allahu Rabbul Alamin. Now, first, Elhamdulillah, one note, and take this one, put another note, Allahu Rabbul Alamin. We will continue, inshallah, but that's enough. For today, the people are getting excited. Food is ready, smells coming. So we have to, inshallah. Are we ready to, inshallah? All right. We will continue putting another note. Yeah. Allahu Rabbul Alamin. Yeah. So we will do another word. Rabbul Alamin. Now, Alhamdulillah and Allahu Rabb and Rabbul Alamin. Not, we will have a fabric as perfect as the universe. Inshallah, step by step. Today was just an introduction to Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Now, why I emphasized on the importance of acknowledging Esma? Now, if you want an eternal pleasure for your spirit, then you have to acknowledge names of God and live with the consciousness of the names of God. So always try to remember as much as, no, 100% impossible. For me, it is impossible. But at least from time to time, by saying Bismillah, by saying Alhamdulillah, by saying, no, this is really perfect. Yeah? Prepared for me. How God specifically made it for me. It is my handmade. Ah, beautiful. It is my handmade. Can you understand? So you get it when you get something. This is the beauty of it. Think that I are getting it from your Creator's hand. How beautiful it is. How my Creator is giving it to me. Can you imagine? It's a gift. No payment. No tax. Nothing. So you feel that, well, I'm always in connection with my Creator. He's always treating me. Anytime I breathe, created by God's hand. Please, this for you. This for you. Everybody is treated differently. Everybody is a unique being. So beautiful when you really realize the importance of acknowledging of the names of God. Now it is so pleasurous. So you don't feel bored. God is always with me. He's just serving me with his hand. As if, not physically, don't be crazy. But this is really, there is no other way. Only God is giving it to you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi hurmati sirri surat al-Fatiha. Thank you. Inshallah, see you next Wednesday. If someone is really interested, they can join us on Monday, Saturday classes, and also go to islamfromwithin.org website. So there are lots of ways of really being together, inshallah, not only Saturday